It feels great. It feels superb. The trailer's reaction is very good, and the film's reaction is going to be 100 times more.
I think trailer is the first communication in the business of cinema, and it communicates what the film is about. And when the trailer is received so well, I think it's extremely heartening for the filmmakers because they can expect, more pair of eyes into the theaters.
Different in the screenplay was different, the story was different, the setup was different. We remained the same as people.
Okay, and what do you want to say about it?
I think the earlier film that we worked on was a comedy called Chalis Chaurasi, and it depicted something completely different, and it was a different kind of entertainment. And naturally, actors approach, their characters and their stories according to the characters and the stories. So this was a different, as KK said, was a different story and a different character. So we approached it differently.
Oh, okay.
Today I'm feeling very old because everyone is mentioning that I'm here for 20 years. So that is one thing what I'm feeling. But I think when I set out from Solapur, films were never, on my agenda. But I just set out to act, and I'm still acting for last 15 years in films. So I'm happy about it, really happy.
It was interesting. Challenging is for those who don't have the caliber. I think we have it. So we decide on things based on whether it's interesting or uninteresting. So for me, it was an interesting journey, just to understand the trials and tribulations of all these people, the soldiers who were there in the submarine, the way they lived, the way they must have conducted themselves over a period of so many days in that little space with the constant threat of the enemy. Having a superior machinery and superior submarine with them is quite a task. So I think our respect for our soldiers grew many fold.
As actors, it is our duty to read the scene and do it the way our director wants it. It is not our duty to have our own emotions come in between anything. So our duty is to create emotions for the people who are watching it. So it's work, I guess, for actors, and we were working very hard because this film needed that, to work very hard. Everyone, not only actors, but the technicians, director, everyone. And I'm really proud that we could pull this through because this was a very difficult, film. And if, the Ghazi attack is received well by people, I think more and more young filmmakers would come forward to make such interesting films. And I think that would be the biggest achievement of the success of the Ghazi attack.
When I saw the film ultimately, we all felt very patriotic. See, it's a different experience while shooting for a film. We are absolute thorough professionals. So it's possible that I'm playing a non-patriotic role. Then what do I do? So it's nothing to do with our personal feelings and emotions. We inherently are patriotic any which way. It's just that when you see a film and you know that you're a part of a film like this, even if you are not the patriotic kinds in the film, you will still feel patriotic. So when we saw the film ultimately, each one of us felt very proud of being associated with a film like this. At the same time, paying a tribute to our soldiers who are completely unsung. You can't term it as experience. It's a lifetime. His experience is, at least we actors have been experiencing him through his work throughout our lives. He's been one of the sources of inspiration for people like us. So he was a big, very big actor, though not given his due in his lifetime, but I think he was a colossal figure as far as acting is concerned.
And you, sir?
I did not have a scene with him in this film. Yeah.
यार ये मत पूछो मेरे से बहुत निकल जाएगा मुंह से नहीं unconventional means what I don't know. I think acting there's only one kind. What is most popular is unconventional. So what do I do to that? So yeah. So unconventional. I don't know how does it define? What is unconventional? I don't know. Not acting, hamming is unconventional. Then, yes, then it might be true that it's doing a lot of business, a lot of hamming, a lot of stuff which is jingoistic and whatnot. I mean, faking it is happening. It's earning a lot of business, which is fine. Kudos to them. But we have followed a particular principle of performing, where there's something called a truth of everything that you do. If that is not there, of course, then you can always loot a bank and make money, so you can become a billionaire. So it doesn't matter. So, but if you want to run a bank properly and then make money, it's a difficult job. It's not so easy. So you need to differentiate between what is conventional and unconventional. I don't know. All I know is that there's one way of approaching things, which is to be truthful to that and try and immerse yourself in that, and then try and take out the best possible thing. You would never have a diamond if so much of and you would never have a diamond if people refuse to really polish it well and take out the charcoal, take out everything else and make it shiny. So it's whole process. So if as long as you believe in that, I don't know whether that's conventional or unconventional. So I would say that truth is what we believe in.
You take example of all our superstars. Dilip Sahab was said he was unconventional. The way he spoke, they said he was completely unconventional. Rajesh Khanna Sahab, when he came on the background of Devanand, Raj Kapoor and all that, that kind of cinema, they said Rajesh Khanna hero banega. He was completely unconventional with his face and his looks. Amit ji, Amitabh Bachchan came, he's unconventional height, unconventional voice. He was rejected when he went for the audition in a radio station. And these people made those unconventions the conventions. So I think we have to be very careful when we say unconventional, because the definition of unconvention keeps on changing, and the people who are unconventional change it. Sankalp is an engineer basically by profession, and this is his first film. When he wrote the script, he built an entire submarine in his garage to the scale, and that is how he knows submarine and the technicalities of the film that he is making. And I think it is extremely heartening that such young filmmakers are coming and they are making such unconventional films, and there are now producers and presenters who are there to support these kind of films. So I think that Sankalp is an example of the young directors who want to tell the story that they want to tell.
Same here, ditto, because I think here is a young man who was so immersed in his work that everything about the submarine, everything about the command change system, etc., he was so thorough about it that we didn't have to do much of work. We just had to look at him for whatever is there in the rule book, etc., etc. So he was completely thorough. So for us, that aspect of research was only Sankalp, and we used to just approach him for whatever research material that we required. Rest, the drama aspect, we used to all work it out together. So the job became much easier because of a director like Sankalp there.
There are many types of films that are being made, and they will always be made in India. So I don't think that you just need to judge a complete business of cinema dependent on just what has happened in last 6 months. So I think we should not be doing that, and there is scope for every kind of film in this country, because there are those many kind of people staying here with different backgrounds altogether, educational, social, economical backgrounds. And that is what we as people from the business of cinema should understand and should respect all kinds of films.
Thank you. And so, the same.
Yeah, it's very heartening to know that these films have done very well, and hats off to Amir for Dangal, because I think when I saw the film, I personally felt very proud. I just felt that, not because of the sport in it, I just felt that for a mainstream superstar to never ever misuse his stardom is a great achievement. Amir is one such example, shining example of our industry, wherein he's never misused his stardom. He's used his stardom with a lot of integrity and responsibility. Be it Rang De Basanti, be it any other film that he's done. You watch his films and you'll know that here is a man who's legitimately a star of a country. The rest is all humbug. So I think Amir Khan, salute to him. I think there's zero narcissism. He could have easily plastered posters all over the country with the six-pack abs which he had in the film. He didn't do that. He was an old man sitting there with his two daughters. That requires guts as a star. That requires inherent security of the fact that I will not be rejected because I'm doing a film which is supposed to be a film and a piece of cinema and not just 3 days business. I personally believe that 3 days business, whatever is being done today, can never be for posterity. It is a hit and run case in which there's a packaging, certain presentation of things and certain things put together. 3 days business, the films are not cinema, cannot be cinema. Cinema has to be, the intention has to be for posterity. If that happens, truly our cinema in large proportions will start evolving. Because what is happening is when we say that Garibi Hatao as a major principle, what about the poverty of cinema? Don't you want to eradicate that? Don't you want to educate people on cinema? So if you keep doling out just because वो गरीब है उसको गंदी रोटी दे दो वो खुश है इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि you keep doling out that trash to people and give them that opium, that drug which is actually spoiling their health as far as cinema is concerned. But you keep giving them and make your money and make your bungalows and make your cars and forget the fact that Garibi Hatao in cinema doesn't exist. It exists. You have to educate people. Films like Dangal or Rajkumar Hirani's film, these are films which give you examples of the fact that you can make a lot of money by content. Content is not poison. People have given more business to Dangal than any other film in the recent past. Why is it so? You can't say that, oh, audiences don't want that. No, it's not possible. Because Amir Khan has shown the way, Raju Hirani has shown the way, that in mainstream cinema you can have content and yet make a piece of cinema and yet have the business to it and make lots of money. So I don't know why people are not following that track. Because nowhere has it shown that, oh, people are rejecting these films. No, they are loving it. I'm doing a film called Vodka Diaries after this, and that's about it. Yeah.
And you, Atul sir?
I am doing a film called Pranam with Rajiv Khandelwal and another film called Vash with Siddharth, my Rang De Basanti co-star.
Okay. Thank you so much.